Hello, welcome back to the channel as today we are here for round number 5 of the alternate Sunny League series here in season 6. As we have a look into the standings, it is now Sebastian Muller still leading the way, but now by only 9 points as Dave Gibson now for 2 rounds in a row has managed to get himself closer, and Sven Hallberg now with his first win of the season has suddenly put himself into the frame here with Gomez now in P4 with Victor Lewis then in P5, and then we have Miklas Reis in P6 followed in by Patrick Ivimaki in P7. And then in the constructors, Full Force has managed to now overtake FCR for the lead of the championship, with then LSA still in third in its Nordic Thunder, there in P4, followed in by Russo British Racing in P5. Alright then, here we go. 5 minutes of qualifying that will be very crucial for a track like this, as we can definitely count on the fact that overtaking here will be very difficult. So let's see who can put himself then at the top at the end of these 5 minutes. And here he goes indeed, Gibson with the lead. We got Leon right behind. Let's see who's gonna be taking that provisional pole right now, and it's going to be Hallberg with Muller in second place, and it's Blotov followed by Vermeulen and then Ferrezi closing the top 5. Here we go then, Hallberg now he's currently on provisional pole, but let's see what can he do. Can he extend that gap at the front? And he can, just for 100, but it is not enough. Gibson will take that provisional pole. Then we got Kivimaki up into third place. It was actually quite down there, but he really managed to save himself then with this lap. As we see, it's Gomez still in P10. Now we see it's the drivers who have pitted a lap later now, trying their best. We see Ferenzi not improving, and we see, I think I saw someone improving now. Let's see who it was. I think Morelli, no, Ribeiro, I think, yeah, Ribeiro into P7. So let's see what can the Argentinian do. One of the drivers who have pitted earlier now for this final attempt. Let's see what can he do here. He's gonna improve now. He does not improve. Grenier into third place. There is an amazing lap for him. And I think that might be it. Now it's up for the others to improve. We see Hallberg at the front with Gibson. Then we got Maxwell. Would he be on a good lap? Let's see now, as this should be the final proper lap of qualifying. And I think no one's really improving here at the front. And I think it's gonna stay the same. We see, Ribeiro into P4. But I think that's it. This is the final lap. I think a lot of drivers will not have the tires to improve. And so I'd say this is it. It is Gibson then taking pole position here today. So, as we have a look into the starting grid, it is now a front row lockup for Full Force with Dave Gibson starting on pole position and Hallberg starting alongside. And then the driver who's the closest to home here is going to be Roman Grenier starting in third place. It is Joe Ribeiro in P4, then we got Kivimaki in P5, followed then by Sebastian Muller with then Roy Vermeulen in P7 with Blotov in P8. Then we got Leon and Maxwell closing the top 10. And we see Ferenzi with some work to do in this race in P11, and we got both Black Blizzards and Novak and Frederiksen. Then we see Virtual Lewis with a very disappointing qualifying in P14, and an even more disappointing qualifying. It's going to be Emerson Gomez in P15. Then we see Suarez in P16, also with a lot of work to do. Then we see Godfrey starting just ahead of Zitek with Morelli, and then Nakano starting in last place. So without any further ado, let's get ourselves into the race here in Monaco with 60 laps around this historical street circuit. Alright, here we go now, and it's go in Monaco. We see Gibson already closing the door on his teammate with now Ribeiro trying to overtake Grenier for third places. Kivimaki is also right behind, applying the pressure to the Lynx racing driver. Now we see Gibson keeping that lead pretty well now, as we see Hallberg still in second and Grenier still first, so nothing changes in the top 3. As we see also Ribeiro here with Kivimaki trying to overtake him as Halberg also tries to find a way past, but it's really not been easy. We also have Muller now losing some positions, but not really all that many. As now we see Kivimaki once again trying to overtake Ribeiro, but not working. But now he goes around the outside into the hairpin. Can he make it work? I think he might just do it as they go into the tunnel. But there he goes, and Kivimaki, as we see now, Halberg still not able to get past the Scottish driver, who still managed to keep the lead, and you can see how crucial that qualifying was, because it's really hard to overtake. But still, Halberg does not give up here, giving a lot of pressure to Gibson, trying to force him into a mistake. But probably what Full Force wants is for them to just keep these first two places, because there's a lot of points in the line, on the line for the constructors, of course. But as we now see Halberg very close to take the lead, and then again he has the inside into the airport, but again just not able to gain the position. But now Halberg once again will try another overtake, but again just not working. As we see now Halberg once again, now he has the speed, he goes around the outside. Can he make it work? No, Gibson somehow managed to defend there, which is actually quite impressive. But once again the Full Force is just not able to overtake, as we see now Muller getting past Emerson Gomez for P9, as they are on this huge train behind Vermeulen. Is racing on hard tires, and that could be very beneficial for him actually. We can also not forget that he was the driver who won here back in season 4. As we see now Muller going around the outside of his ex-teammate. Now he's up into P8. Now he has Blatov right ahead of him. We see a very big train. And again Halberg will be trying to get past his teammates, as they are just getting away from everyone else. As we see now Halberg is going to try now up the inside into turn 1. Can he do it? No! As we see now, Vermeulen being able to get past Ribeiro. So Vermeulen even managed to gain positions here. As we now see Muller was under pressure from Leon. And is going to be trying to get past Bulatov again. As we see now, can he do it or not? As we see Leon is trying to benefit from a mistake, because it's quite possible to just be sneaky here and make some moves that way. In the meantime, looks like Kivimaki has got himself up to 3rd place. Nicely done there for the Finnish driver. As we now see Muller once again right behind the Russian. You see Blatov going defensive there, but that might be a mistake. He's gonna lose out on the exits, but still not enough for the German to get past him. As we see now Leon's gonna sneak up the inside, but Muller still will stay ahead. So we see here Halberg once again trying to overtake Gibson, but not able to do it. As we see now it's gonna be side by side. Could this be the opportunity though? Is he going once again wheel to wheel, but Gibson gains on the exit now, coming into the tunnel. And then in chicane. As we see now Kivimaki, all of this battle, he has been able to close up on them. But now we see Halberg once again trying to overtake the Scottish driver, but he's not able to. Pretty sure he must be feeling very frustrated right now. But as we see Kivimaki trying to go around the outside, now it's a freeway battle for the race win. As now we see Vermeulen pressuring Grenier. As we see right now, Kivimaki will try and go up the inside. Now he's going to go for the undercut. As we see now Halberg now into turn 1 once again, but it does not work. Kivimaki will go for that undercut. Could be very risky though. He's going to have a lot of traffic ahead of him. That could make the undercut not work. But let's see. Will one of the flow forces still going for that answer? As we see now Halberg finally making the move, and now he takes the lead. But Gibson will not give up. Halberg will quickly defend turn 1. But as Gibson will now have the inside here. As we see now, the rules have completely reversed. But now they need to be aware of Vermeulen, who's now in 3rd place. But as we see, Gibson will try to pass him back again, but Halberg will insist on keeping in the lead, as he took so much time to overtake him, so he's obviously not going to be giving up that position that easily. But now we see the moment of truth here. Gibson now will be leaving the pits. Ooh, but it does seem like he's going to be behind Kivimaki. So here we go then. Kivimaki got a 2-lap undercut and he's going to come out just ahead of Grenier. Was obviously behind in P4. But he did got pretty close here. But now we see it's Godfrey, who might be trying to help his teammates. That could be possible as we see he goes up the inside now. He takes the penalty though. And that will allow Grenier to be ahead of him. As in the meantime, looks like Halber did gain with the clean air. He came out now in P9. I think that penalty from Gibson may have cost him. So we see now Grenier with the advantage, but it is Kivimaki with the net lead. Then we see Ferenzi now. He started on hard tires, trying to make this strategy work. Then we see Morelli right ahead of him. I think this could cost him a lot. He's gonna have to get past that SCP as soon as he can. We see Kivimaki also trying to overtake him. So we see here not able to pass him still. Because we also have Ferenzi trying to get past Morelli, so that could make things complicated. But it might also leave an opening for him. As we see now he goes around the outside into the airpin and he's not able to get a good exit now coming into the tunnel. And then we see both full forces battling each other once again and Gibson makes the move on Halberg. Very tight overtake, but he managed to do it. Now Kivimaki finally gets past the LSA. As we see Halberg around the outside of turn 1, and that's nicely done as well. Now we see a lot of chaos here. As Halberg goes around the outside of Ferenzi to the airpin, he's done it as well. As you can see now, Kivimaki will make a nice overtake on Bulatov. So he puts the car between him and the flow forces as we see, but they managed to immediately dispatch him. But behind, yeah, it's Gibson and it's Grenier, but yeah, once again, they just keep on battling really hard. But they are trying to catch Kivimaki. As we see Vermeulen still with the lead. Having a lot of clean air, of course. But now we see Gibson with a nice move on Halberg into second place. And now we see Vermeulen now will be pitting from the race lead. Where he's definitely going to be hugely undercutted. Whereas we see right now Gibson goes up the inside into turn 1. Now he's going to have around the outside and he completes the move then. Into the lead he goes. Kivimaki might try to take it back though. As we see now Halberg will try and go around the outside and also makes the move there. Into second place then. Now we see it's Gibson then leading the way. Then we got Muller. Routing P5, just following these drivers as we see now Halberg with a lot of momentum into the chicane, but that doesn't work well. Now Kivimaki managed to pick up the scraps, their issues, and starting to fix them. But as we see right here, it's full force 1-2 with Kivimaki right behind. It's still a freeway battle here. Kivimaki goes around the outside, as in the meantime looks like Muller has got past Grenier. But now Kivimaki and Halberg went side by side into the tunnel. But it is Kivimaki then keeping second. But now as you can see, Kivimaki will fight back into turn 1, doesn't manage to make the move, but now was gonna try once again, and now he takes the lead of the race then. But now it's Halberg battling Gibson. Muller in P4 chasing down the FLFs. And this Grenier with the top 5, it's definitely been doing pretty well lately. As you can see, Muller just losing momentum there. But Gibson once again just trying to overtake his teammates. But now he goes into the pits then. This could be very, very interesting. As we see right now, he's gonna go into another set of mediums. And now he's gonna come out right behind this freeway battle. Gibson will try and make an overtake around the outside there. Because he cannot really afford to stay behind Leon, and now he finally makes the move then. Into P8 he goes. But yeah, then we see it's Vermeulen now, still making some moves after he got massively undercutted by quite a few drivers. Perez still trying to make this strategy work. He goes up the inside of Suarez. Doesn't work though. The Argentinian still keeps himself ahead. Is at the front. Seems like Muller has got past Hallberg. As we also see Kivimaki up there. But Muller could be taking the lead. Ooh, it was very close though. But as we see now, he takes up the inside and he goes into the race lead now. As we see Hallberg into the pits. Suarez will follow him. And let's see where is Gibson, who is clearly going to undercut him. Will that undercut be enough? As he's gonna be losing momentum there. But we will see. We got Hallberg still in P8 now, trying to get past the LSA car, but not able to do it. Then we see it's Lewis right ahead of him. On much older tires, that is for sure. So this is when Ferenzi's strategy starts to look better. We see now Hallberg trying to go up the inside, but not really working well. But now we see it goes around the outside, and now he makes the move right before coming into the hairpin. As we then see it's Gibson trying to overtake Gomez, who's on very old hards. Now we see Kivimaki into the pits. But as we see now, Gibson makes the move then into the LSA, but he's gonna have to go defensive here as Gomez tries to pass him back. Can he keep the position though? As we see him just trying to overtake him. As we then see once again, Gomez is trying to get past Gibson, but these tires cannot really take all that long. As we now see Hallberg now trying to pass him around the outside, and there he goes. He made it look easy. Now we see Suarez around the outside of Ferenzi. Nicely done there. Both pink cars now right behind the Dutchman. You see right now he's gonna try and overtake him, as we see here. Can he do it or not? As we see Gibson going up the inside. Vermeulen will be defending though. This could actually massively help Sebastian Muller here. But as we see Gibson goes around the outside and he makes the move then. A very crucial overtake. But will Muller going to the pit soon, as we see Hallberg now getting past the RRT. And now we see Muller then into the pits. He's gonna go for another set of hard tires. That is quite interesting, but let's see if he can go until the end. That could be a little bit of a stretch though. He did extend those medium tires quite a lot though. But yeah, right now it is the full forces who are definitely looking good in this race. As they battle each other here. Hallberg just trying to get past his teammate once again. And obviously Gibson wants to keep that position and win this race, as he's definitely in a good chance of challenging for the titles. We see Hallberg trying to go up the inside into the final turn, but Gibson just managed to do enough to stay in the lead. This is what could cost him a lot of time. As we see right now, Vermeulen still yet to pit for the second time. As you can see right now, Hallberg will try and go up the inside there, but did not work all that well. But once again we see Hallberg now trying to make a move on Gibson, who managed to defend that well. Now we see to the hairpin. Now Hallberg finally takes the lead. Is at the front though. We see it's Muller battling the NTHs, but looks like Gibson will take back the position. As we see now Muller goes up into third place. In the meantime, look at Novak. Routine P8. Although it might be a bit of an illusion. We see now Vermeulen trying to get past the Black Wizard, but it did not work all that well. Now we see Gomez also trying to make a recovery here after really bad qualifying, as he now gets himself ahead of Suarez. Kivimaki might be having to settle for the P4, I would say. We also got Gomez, but things started to put himself up there, and it does feel like Vermeulen might not have his strategy working, as we now see Gibson into the pits. So Gibson goes into the pits. He's now on the mediums, and he should be able to come out in P4, so that's actually amazing for him if he wants to do a strong undercut. But yeah, Hallberg should still stay out for a few laps, but Muller is right behind him and he has much fresher tires. He's gonna try to take the lead, but he gets squeezed there. As we see, it's definitely been a very interesting race so far here in Monaco. As we see now, Muller goes up the inside and now he takes the lead then. Muller leads the way. Halber will be in second. He's gonna have to try and keep up with him as much as he can. Now here we see it's Vermeulen. With Ferenzi getting a penalty. Grenier. He has already pitted for the third time. But he's right behind Vermeulen, who I think has just fallen down with time. Might still be able to pick up a nice top 10 though, as we see now Grenier trying to go down the outside, not working well. As we see once again Vermeulen, now he makes the move on the Dutchman. We see Ferenzi trying to do the same. And Suarez also getting a little bit stuck here. If we see, I think at the front though, we got Gibson already catching Kivimaki. And if he managed to catch the others, that might give him more possibilities as well. But yeah, Kivimaki could really screw him up if he doesn't let him pass easily, as we see. Still trying to keep that third place, still not going into the pits. Gibson was very close there to make a move. Now he might try it up the inside, and he's done it. Then at the back we see Grenier in P6 with Vermeulen, then it's Suarez. And then Ferenzi. We see now Ferenzi trying to go up the inside there of the Argentinian. As you see right now, it's the Grenier train. We see now Vermeulen up the inside again, not working. And in the meantime, we see a battle for second place. Gibson just trying to overtake Halberg, but again not able to do so. This could be really bad for the team, as we see Halberg is trying to defend inside, and again Gibson not able to get past him. As we see now, I think Gibson will definitely not be happy. I think this might create some tension in the team. As we see right here now, Gibson trying to get past Halberg. Can he do it or not? As we see Halberg then going into the pits. Muller also has gone into the pits. And we also see Kivimaki has also done it a lap earlier. But I'm not really sure if that's going to be a good idea. Maybe he can still pit on this lap. But now he stays out, so he's definitely going to go out till the end. Which is a bit of a risk though. As you can see now, Muller already got himself up into second place. Now he's going to be chasing down Gibson and going for that redemption. Then we see here is Kivimaki with Halberg battling for P4. What could be soon a battle for third, as we see Gomez on very worn out hard tires, not that far away. Now we see Kivimaki maybe having a look up the inside, but I think he had to take better of it. Now it's Halberg getting closer to Gomez. And let's see now, he can go up the inside into turn 1, and that was a very easy overtake. So he goes up into third place. And we see now Kivimaki also getting an easy move on the Brazilian. In the meantime, we see Muller getting very close to Gibson out of nowhere. And look at that now, Gibson still defends the inside. Muller now will take the lead though, very out of nowhere. But he has done it. But then it's Gomez, I think, yeah, the best that he can ask for will be P5. As we see now Vermeulen with some chances of overtaking some drivers here. He goes up the inside of Pulatov. Now he's into P7. Might be able to finish in P6 at least, which would not really be a bad result. And somehow Vermeulen is proving himself to be quite strong on this track. He won it here 2 seasons ago, now he gets past the VO into P6 then. We see now Grenier definitely defending for his life. We see other drives with better tires ahead of it, right behind him, but he takes the penalty. And now everything falls down for him, as we see Ferenzi also in P9. I'll try to make those recoveries on much better tires. Muller will be looking to cross the line to win the Monaco Grand Prix. There's not that many corners left. And here he goes. I think that's going to be his second win of the season. But as we see now, Gibson still keeping second place. I think, yes, it's going to be very close. But Gibson holds on to this Halberg in third place. So what a very interesting race this was. As you see KV Maki now, Nordic Thunder definitely starting to do better now during this season. I think they've fixed their issues, I would say. That's, yeah, what an interesting race. We're gonna have a look into the results very soon. As you see now, it's just Godfrey looking to now cross the line. And so let's see then. Sebastian Muller takes his second win of the season. He gets that redemption against Dave Gibson, who will continue to be in second place in the standings, with now Halberg being in third place. And we see Kiwimaki with his best result so far in this season in P4. And we see Gomez once again, his struggles continue in P5. Then we see Vermeulen with a nice result here in P6. And we see Suarez with Ferenzi in P8, and it's Leon and Bulatov in P10. As we then see, it's Ribeiro then in P11 with Morel in P12, followed in by Maxwell. And then you got Victor Luis with a very disappointing result, only P14 today, with the fastest lap. And now Segrenje, what happened to him? He was quite far up there, but in the end he could only manage P15. That's a very shocking result, actually. As we see then Ziertek in P16, followed by Frederiksson. Then it's Nakano with Novak, and then Godfrey. So the two rookies being at the bottom two positions. That is definitely not a good look, but let's then have a look into the standings then. So as you can see, Sebastian Muller now has managed to extend his gap in the championship after taking his second win of the season, with Dave Gibson still being in second, but now he's 15 points behind, with then Sven Halberg still in third place. As we then see Kiwimaki being now 5 points ahead of Miklos Ferenzi. We also see Carlos Zayarni has been getting slightly closer and closer to even Bulatov in his last few rounds, as we also see now Roy Vermeulen climbing up a few positions with this P6 finish. Now, due to Victor Luis' poor result in P14, Flowforce has now extended that gap even further in the lead of the championship, and we see FCR then in second place. NTH did get a little bit closer to LSA, but not really all that much. And then we see SCP and RT still battling for the P6, with VO and Black Blizzard battling for P8. And that's it for today. As for the next round, we're going to be racing in Hockenheim. So you see you there. To the next time. Goodbye.